Eye on Your Money, brought to you by Subway, Eat Fresh, and Chevrolet. See your West Texas Chevy dealer today.
Thank you, Greg. Mickey Cargile from Cargile Investments at Western National Bank joins us every Monday morning to share his 30 years of investment experience, and we appreciate you being here once again.
Thank you, Chris.
This is a tough topic. Differences about money is the #1 reason that couples split up. Why is it so difficult to talk about money?
Well, it's just like talking about death. You know, we're never taught how to talk about money. We're never taught how to talk about death. And you think back to all your time in school, college, you never really have a class on money.
Right.
So what we know about money, we learn from our parents. Of course, if our parents can't talk about money, then they don't teach us about that.
That is a good point. So how can you do it? How can you communicate how important it is to talk about it without bringing that stress level up?
Well, the first thing is to understand the differences in people with regard to their attitude toward money. You know, you've always heard that opposites attract, and it's very true with money attitude. There was a study at the University of Michigan that actually confirmed that people who are savers tend to marry people who are spenders, and we attract the opposite.
Right.
So, you know, that's kind of working against you to begin with, but you just got to realize the difference between one another.
Right.
The second thing is to set some ground rules as far as when you talk about money. Now, if you think back, a lot of fights start when you're driving in the car somewhere.
Right.
So
on your way to a family function or, or a meal, and that can just escalate the evening.
Right. So, you know, the #1 rule is no casual talk about money. You know, set aside one day a week where in the evening you have dinner. After dinner you sit down, you pay the bills, you go over the budget, you talk about money.
Right.
Maybe you set up goals for how much you can spend each week.
Okay.
And then the third thing is to have an annual review, to sit down with one another, you know, maybe go away somewhere, sit down, have a weekend where you actually set your plan for the coming year. How much you're going to spend, how much you're going to save, how much you're going to save for the kids' education, and how much you're going to set aside for retirement. And these things will help you work together and help take some of that stress off of the money situation.
It sounds funny, but it's almost like in a business. In a business, you have to do your budget and you have to do your yearly review, and you know, if you could kind of put that into your own personal relationship, then you can have a profitable business. So.
Right, and that's the reason every corporation does that, is because it works.
Right.
It sets your goals, and it lets you know when you get off budget so you can bring it back into line.
All right, good advice as always. Thank you so much,
Thank
Mickey.
you, Krista.
Appreciate it. Coming up next, our News of the Strange segment, and it's all about setting world records with a Halloween flair today. But first, here's Brian Wilkerson with sports. Brian?